Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm here with Shawn Krause. I've been working with Shawn for a while on the social media side of things. He's been absolutely killing it. And so I'm here to just, learn about his story. I think that he's got a valuable story, and the way he got into real estate, what he's doing now with his clients is super valuable. I think that we can all learn a lot from what he's doing. So Shawn, what's up?
Hey, I appreciate you having me on, Ryan. It's been a pleasure working with you.
Yeah.
You've done a lot for me so far in these first couple months. And I can't thank you enough of what you've done. I mean, you've taken a lot off of me, and in the real estate world, they call that leveraging sort of your time and everything. So I've definitely taken advantage of that. And again, I can't thank you enough. And you have created sort of an image for me already. So I love what we're doing and everything. And I hope to keep it going. And I'm happy you have me on here today.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've gotten killer results recently. And I wanted to bring you on because, one, I love real estate investing. That's how I got into this. It's because I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. Mm-hmm. And I was like, man, I got to invest in real estate. I haven't gotten there yet. Bought a house for myself, but that's it. Yeah. But I wanted to pick your brain. How did you get into real estate? Basically, share your story. How did you get into real estate?
Yeah. So real estate's a game changer. I mean, especially investing. I mean, it can change someone's life. So the way I got started, I actually first started by doing wholesaling. Mm-hmm. Not many people sort of have an idea what that is, but it's sort of buying properties off market at a lower value than what they may be, and sort of getting it through the direct owner himself. Yeah. You're not sort of using an agent. That's sort of cutting out the middleman, and you're sort of being that agent, but not a licensed agent at the same time. So that's sort of how I got started. I think it was about 3 years ago now. I actually cold turkey just quit my job. I was working corporate, doing sales, made my way up the ladder, got to that team management role where I was sort of managing people in that sort of sense. But my buddy approached me, who is a very good friend of mine, and he sort of said, Shawn, real estate investing, I sort of just got into it. It's maybe the route to go. Yeah. So he sort of kept pitching me on it, saying, hey, why don't you just test it out, see what it can do for you. I know you're good in sales, so you have that background where it will benefit you, with the negotiation and everything. So
wow.
Next thing you know, I quit my job cold turkey, I said. Went full on board with my friend, and we actually created our own company. So what we did is we created an LLC. We were doing business under that. It was ABC Homes, always be closing. It was
nice. Yeah.
That's what it stood for. That's where I got my first taste. I did it for about 1.5 years wholesaling. We did well. It wasn't something that could put food on the table for both of us. Sure. So we had to sort of sit ourselves down and be like, is this going to provide for us for what we want to do with family and everything? So we sort of broke off of being in business together, me and my partner. And I sort of sat back and said, I would do these calls and wholesaling, and these clients would keep telling me, no, I don't want to do it. And then I thought, if I could turn that no into something as an opportunity for them and even myself, if I was licensed, I could be like, hey, well, if you don't want to sell to me with me trying to buy it off market, why don't I just try to help you sell it as your realtor? So I thought, instead of getting these no's and everyone sort of pushing me off, no, I don't want to do this, I still wanted to try to have an opportunity to get the other side of it, which is actually be a realtor and sell. So that's sort of how I got into investing and everything. I got licensed, and that's where I'm at now. But it all started with just me taking a risk, not many people like to do, unfortunately.
Yeah. Very entrepreneurial of you.
Yeah, and listening, sort of just taking my buddy's advice. I mean, it's not always the best thing, and sometimes it goes very wrong, but my situation, it worked out. Like I said, real estate has changed my life, especially investing part of it. I have 5 doors now, possibly 6. Congrats. With my current primary residency if we look to put that as a rental, but I can't complain. But investing is sort of how I got started and where I'm at now. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's incredible. And I can tell just from the conversations we have, the videos we film, that there's stuff that you say that I'm I've never heard that before. That's so valuable. And I can just tell how that from the investor side, that translates into how well you are as an agent. So how does that apply to how you help your clients today with on the buying and selling side, but with all the knowledge you know about investing, like how does that help you?
Yeah. So I think it actually like made me stronger because investing is obviously harder than you just helping out a buyer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So coming in with that aggressive sort of mentality, I'm very competitive. So like the negotiation is sort of a fun thing for me. I like negotiating. And on a buyer side, if you're negotiating, getting your client something under asking price, I mean, that's a win for you. I mean, if they're looking to make money, I can pitch that to them as well. I mean, sometimes people want to buy properties not for the fact to live in a house. You know, they may want to use it as an investment to create cash flow, short-term cash flow or a long-term cash flow.
Yeah.
So just coming from the investing side, learning too a lot about what it is to buy a home, helped me in everything. But I would just say like just being the competitive mindset of investing and seeing the opportunity that investing can bring and making sure the numbers work. I mean, you always have like, that's a big thing I tell my clients with investing. The numbers have to work for you to buy the property. Even when you're buying and selling, the numbers have to work for you.
Yeah.
You know, if you can't go outside of your means and everything. But that's sort of just a little bit of what I sort of give to my clients from the investor side of things. So
yeah, that's great. And then, so yeah, when you're out helping clients, how long have you been in real estate now?
4 years.
4 years
in total.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay, so then in the last 4 years, have you seen have you seen a shift? What has the shift been like? And like, has it been harder to help your buyers, or is it just different?
Yeah. So I came into the retail side of real estate beginning of last year. I did investing for 2 full years almost. So that's where I get my 4 years of experience. So
gotcha. Yeah.
When I came in last year, it was brutal. I'll be very honest.
Yeah.
It was a very hard market as a new realtor like myself to step into and try to prove myself and create that brand that I'm trying to do.
Yep.
And with me being primary heavily in buyers, it became very tough.
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of running around. It was competitive offer after competitive offer that you're going up against. And I can't say, I mean, I have seen a shift, but it seems like it's been pretty consistent where it's still a seller's market. You're not seeing that tremendous shift where it's going like heavily over to buyers or more of an even playing field because your inventory is still at a very all-time low.
Yeah.
It's something that unless that gets better, it's may not shift to what we want it to shift to. And I'm seeing now that prices are going up again. So it's going to get probably more competitive. You're going to have more buyers waiting outside. And I think that with everything going on and the way the economy is going, I think that's going to be a big determination of how this shift may go.
Yeah.
But we are in a shift. I can't say we're not. But I just think from my experience and over the last 2 years, it's been very tough.
Yeah.
I can't say it's been easy, but I'm fighting through it. So we'll see. I mean, it's out of some things are out of our control. I can only educate my clients to the best of my ability and tell them this is how it is. And if you're a serious buyer or not, I mean, you got to be motivated. You got to be able to maybe throw out waive the contingencies, maybe go higher than you ever thought you may offer on a house. So, I mean, it's tough. I mean, I try to tell my clients, like, I try to not bring it up, to tell you the truth. I mean, I think it's better when not bringing up and sort of staying away from that, getting away from the media and like listening to what they say and trying to see the positive side of things. Like,
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like if someone needs to buy, if someone needs to make a move, they're going to move
100%.
And it's just a matter of how we're going to help them get there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's the motivation factor. I mean, you have serious buyers, you have motivated buyers, and you have ones that I'll do anything to get this house.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta weed those ones out that aren't as serious because you're just gonna be running around. I mean, it's that type of market. I mean, unless you have sellers that are willing to, like I said, sell at this point, it's gonna be very tough to get your clients an accepted offer with what's going on.
I know the market may be tough. I met with someone a while ago who said, like, if you can get through this like 3 to 4-year period now and like build your business throughout this downside, you're going to look unbelievable when you come out of it as you like ride the wave as it gets better. That's my mindset, is like, I'm trying to build a business in the middle of this too. Cause it sucks.
Yeah.
No doubt. But like, even though it sucks, like you're still working with clients and you still have a good amount of clients in your arsenal that you're helping out. So like, as you're helping out these clients, what do you do that helps you stand out amongst all the other real estate agents?
Yeah. So I think one of the big things that, personally, I bought a home, so I know what it is to work with a real estate agent and what I looked at and what I look back on and say, hey, I wish I had more understanding or more insight on what it was. But I think the number one thing that makes me stand out is my honesty. And like, I'm going to be very upfront with you. I'm not going to, like I said, drag you along to make it seem like it's better than it is, especially with today's market. You have to just sort of sit your client down and be like, this is how it's going. I mean, I'm not going to tell you like you can come in at under asking when there's 4 other offers that are over asking. I mean, you're not going to compete with that.
Yeah.
So just being honest, being accountable, I think that's a big thing. Being good at communicating, that goes a long way. Like when they ask you to do something, even if you don't know the answer, say, I'll find out. I'll get you an answer. You know, you want to be there for a service almost. So me being open with them, me being very honest up front. Again, I do this as a living, so I'm not doing this to just go open a door and be friends with you. And I got to put food on the table as well.
Right.
So I don't want them wasting my time, and I don't want to waste their time. I mean, everyone's time nowadays is very valuable. You only get so much. You can't get it back.
Always, yeah.
So I really sort of set that ground rule. This is how I'm going to conduct my business. I'm available on these days. I do this during this time where I'm not going to be available. So just laying the ground rules for them, I think made me stand out. And just being, I think I said earlier, being humble, like being personal with them, just almost come down to their level and be like, put your feet in their shoes. Like, would you want someone that be very salesy and like they call it commission breath? You want them to know that you're you're hungry to just make money off them? No, they're making a huge decision in life. So just easing them, holding their hand, they like to say, you know, making sure like they know you're there for them and your fiduciary duty for them is getting fulfilled.
Yeah.
So I think just the little things that some agents forget about, and they get that commission breath, they just get hunger and they overlook the actual client themselves.
Yeah.
So, and getting to understand people from that very first conversation, because listening to people, allowing them to talk to you, letting them tell you their situation, it's going to probably make your transaction and your business with them a lot easier.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that's probably one of the big things that I say that really stands out. And I've had feedback saying that I was just who I was myself. I wasn't trying to be someone else that is just trying to make money off of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to lie, at certain times you make good money. Like it's how it is. So you want to make sure that you're providing the services and the needs that your client wants.
Yeah.
So
for sure. And I met with a guy for lunch the other day, and he was just like, yeah, it's always relationship first, business second.
Yep.
I feel like, yeah, you're like that. Like you care about the person first, and that is huge.
Yeah.
It's always going to make you stand out.
I think that falls back from my old job, because what I did, I used to sell structures. I used to buy structured settlements. Okay. So like it was all about relationships and people trusting you. I mean, I was buying people's money at a discounted rate that they already owned, and they were using it for personal life experiences or personal things that they needed to take care of. So I got the ability to learn how to connect with people that I've never met before. I mean, some of my clients, you don't meet them until a couple of weeks or maybe a couple of days after having that first conversation. So having that first conversation and getting them to trust you is a huge step in building that relationship and that rapport, and making sure like you guys are going to work good together, because it's not a 24-hour process. I mean, this could get drug out for months depending on how long it takes you to find a house. Yeah. I have clients right now, it's been over a year I've been showing them houses, and we still haven't found anything. But you just keep your head down and you keep moving forward, and you just got to keep encouraging them, the clients. Like, it's not the end of the world. You're gonna find that home, that one that it's out there. But patience is a virtue, they say. So sometimes you just gotta wait for it, and it will appear. But I think just there's the little things. Like I said, it gets forgotten in all aspects of
100%.
anything. It's not just real estate. People forget the little things, like holding a door for someone and saying thank you. Like just the little things that can go a long way for someone, and just being yourself. That's all I can say.
For sure. Yeah, that's great. One question I had is, what advice would you give to someone who is thinking about getting into real estate now? Because like, yeah, I mean, you mentioned it. It's tough now, but they know they want to be in real estate.
Don't come into this thinking you're going to hit the lottery in the first year.
Yeah, it's a business.
It's a business. Like you said earlier, it's a 3, 4, 5-year plan that you're working towards.
Yeah.
Unless you come into this real estate world where you have a book of business and referrals already, then don't get me wrong. You may thrive and kill it out of the gates, but it's. I would tell them to keep your head down, to lead gen, pick up that phone. That's your money. The phone is your money.
Yeah.
So unless you pick that up, you're not going to make any money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So that would be my first thing is you got to pick up the phone, and you got to keep in mind that no is not the end of the world. Sometimes it's the next step for someone else, or you take that no and you turn it around and try to make it so that it's a yes. But you can't get put down. You can't let these clients who keep saying no to, like, make you not want to do real estate. Just keep moving forward. And I would just say, like I said, pick up that phone, like lead gen, reach out to people. Like the number one thing that I'm trying now to focus on that I didn't really focus on when I first came into it is just going through my own contacts. Like that's the best way to get business. These people know you already.
Yeah.
Like if they're in your phone, most likely they know you. So that conversation, that starter, it's going to be so much smoother than you trying to go out and get business from people you've never met before.
Yeah.
So I would say, like, keep in touch with your people. Don't be scared to, like, pick up that phone and call your buddy that you haven't spoke with in 10 years. Yeah. Just call him. Maybe it will be the best call he got in the last 3 months, and he hears your voice and he's like, wow, Shawn, you know what? I am actually thinking. It's funny you just called me. So I just say go outside your boundaries, like, a little bit if you're coming into this. With the way the market is, you got to come in aggressive. You can't come back, sit back, and just think you're gonna fall. Business is gonna fall on your lap. Yeah. And I thought that a little bit coming in my first year, and now I sort of got a smack in the face, and it's like it's not that easy. It's not as like I just go show a person a house, put an offer, and it's done. Yeah. So that's something I would really say is just don't get discouraged. Like don't get discouraged with things go south. I mean. Right. Real estate, you're a problem solver. My job, I feel like as an agent, that's all I do is solve problems sometimes. But yeah, I have to. I can't let it go south. So just keeping your head down. I mean, like I said, just doing what you got to do, and don't think it's going to be a home run the first year. Right. Yeah. But building that up, like you're saying, 3-4 years down the road, it's really going to show, and you're going to come out of the gates firing. You know what I mean? You're going to have that relationships build up, those referrals now possibly coming in. Yeah. Because the average time, I think they say it's like 3 to 5 years people stay in a house. So. Oh, really? Okay. So if you're not if you don't know many people that are frequently moving, your turnover from your past clients may not be as frequent as you're thinking. So lead gen, follow ups, just sticking to a schedule, making putting appointments in your phone, having a calendar. Yeah. That's my biggest thing, and I'm trying to get better at that. Dude,
I live and die by Google Calendar.
And I wish I was like that, because I need to get like that, because I all the time forget. Oh, you called me last week and we scheduled an appointment. Like I forgot about it. So just having a schedule and time management. That's another big thing for someone coming in. It's for sure. You're now working on your own. You don't get paid. I don't get a paycheck every 2 weeks. Yeah. I get paid when a deal goes through, and if that doesn't happen, you're not making any money. So, time management and money. Time is money to me. So, I'm with you. That's sort of how it is. And you can say, like, you run your own business. It's like at any hour of the night you can be working, and you feel like you still didn't do enough. Yeah. So,
what's super funny is this might be off track here, but I started tracking my time. Yeah. I use an app called Toggle, track my time, and it was so eye opening to see, like, these are my revenue generating tasks. These are my, like, service delivery tasks. And then here I'm just wasting time.
Yep.
So it's like helps you identify where you're spending your time.
Yep.
That was like super eye opening for me as a business owner. But yeah.
Another thing I can sort of like take away from that too is, and sort of give you some ideas is, what a mentor told me is on a 24-hour basis, write down every single thing you did.
Oh yeah.
You'll see I mean, from brushing your teeth to you going to the bathroom, like literally everything you did, sending an email, and then go back on that list and highlight anything that makes you money, green. Anything that it can be leveraged or can be done by someone else, make it yellow. Anything that you need to do that day and it's to you, make it your favorite color. And then go back and see how many things are green and how many things are yellow. And how many of those yellow things you can turn into green to leverage your time.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah.
That's super smart.
And that will really put things into perspective. Like, do I need to send this email, or could someone else send this email where I could actually be doing this that can generate me revenue?
Yeah.
Because as business owners, that's our goal. I mean, we're here to make money and generate generational wealth for people, our children and families to come. You know, that's the whole point of why we're in business as an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm trying to adapt more of, is leveraging and creating more revenue income streams. Because think about it. The owners that own these multi-million-dollar businesses, do they work there? Do you ever hear them? Or do they have someone that handles it for them? They have a CEO. You know what I mean? They're the owner, but they have a CEO. Then the CEO has someone. Then the CEO below that has someone. So it's all about leveraging it and making your time valuable and how it can create sort of revenue for yourself.
100%. Yeah.
So, and that's something, again, I'm not the best at. I'm preaching it to you, but
we're all on our way there.
I'm trying to get there. Yeah. That's something I really do want to focus on is the leverage point and just focusing on what does good for you. Because I'm not good at everything. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
I don't know how to do certain things, and there's other people that are better than me. So why not trust them? So put it in their hands, and if it doesn't work, then you find someone else. But you gotta be able to trust other people and allow them to work with you and for you.
Yeah. So, I mean, sounds like that's kind of why you hired us. Because we handle all your marketing.
Correct.
It can help you on that end.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And I leverage that for you because me, myself, I have a little bit of OCD. So
sure.
I look back before I started, I hired you, and I think to talk to my wife, I'm like, I'm looking at this thing for like the last hour, like thinking like, is it good enough? Did I put the right words? Like, is it going to catch my attention? And after that hour, I'm like, this should take me 5 minutes to do. Like, why am I wasting my time in doing this? So that made me think like, let me get this to someone that is a pro at it, like your company and yourself, like someone that does this as a full-time job and this is what they do. Yep. Like, I don't do that. I sell homes and I negotiate for people. That's what I do. So that's something that I'm trying to just really focus on, is what I'm good at, me focus on what I'm not, put it out to other people and let them do it.
Nice. So. Yeah, that's great. I mean, are you open to talking about like the branding that you started and like we started doing and talking about it?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Yeah. So like, and we've been working together for like, this is our 3rd month now. Mm-hmm. And like the results that you've seen is crazy. Like, when I say results, I mean like the amount of conversations you start with the content that like we put out, just like the amount of conversations you have going on the DMs, comments across multiple platforms is insane. Yeah. And so, I mean, we post the content, but majority of like, I don't know. Do you want to talk about like that back end, like your conversations, how you start conversations with people, or how much time do you spend on social media to start those conversations? Like, what does that look like?
You guys have done a tremendous job. And like you said, it's been incredible results, what I've seen in these first 3 months. And it's all about just sort of being in touch with your clients. So the reason that you may be seeing a lot of these DMs and comments and everything is because either I'm probably keeping in touch with them where I'm liking their things and they're actually learning and responding based off what I'm telling them. Yeah. And then also too, it's just people reaching out to me that may be in the same industry or have the same interest. That's what I'm starting to get a lot of. Yeah. I have people that I've never met before reaching out to me and messaging me, and I'm just being humble with them. I'm just being hey, what can I do? I appreciate all of it.
Yeah.
Being responsive when someone likes something, like writes a comment, like it, comment back, because they're into it at that moment.
Yeah.
You know that. If otherwise they would have just liked it and kept scrolling.
Yeah.
So if they're commenting, they're either thinking about something or they really like it. So that's the time when you really make your move and be like, hey, what's going on? How's it been? Like, make that connection again. And then even if it doesn't bite on that first one, it's in their head, it's in their thoughts.
Yeah.
I just think the content's like, I'm not trying to brag, but I just think the content is intriguing for my followers, and I'm getting great feedback from it from like all types of people. I mean, I have followers that I haven't seen in years, and I was getting feedback saying, hey, Shawn, this is awesome. Keep it coming. Like, keep the videos. Like, who's ever doing it, thank them. Like, I've had numerous people reach out like, Shawn, who's creating this for you? Like, and I've referred so many people to you already from just doing that. So I think just me being myself, people just liking the content I have and just being curious. I think that's sort of what helped where we've gotten to now. So,
that's great.
It's, I gotta say, it's my number one focus this year is branding. So I'm really heavily weighing into it. I mean, I'm always looking at social media now. It sucks kind of, but I got to keep up with it if I'm trying to get my name out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't fall behind. You know what I mean? So, my big thing is branding myself, getting people to trust me for who I am. See, like, without me saying my name or actually going up to you, I want you to see my content and then come to me knowing we've already broke that barrier.
Yeah.
I trust you.
Yeah. Now is the time to build a brand.
Correct.
Because as soon as the market picks up again, people already know you, like you, and trust you.
Yep.
Any kind of sales resistance that was there is gone.
Yep.
Because you built this brand.
Yep.
And that's what I hope everyone watching this or like listening can get that, because it's just so incredible, like what we've done already. And I just think that as the longer you do this, it's just going to get better and better.
I got people calling me Shawn K, the Realtor. So it's sticking. Like,
I love it.
They're calling me that. And if you think about it, every big company out there, it's their brand. You know Coca-Cola because of Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
You know Apple because of Apple. Like, it's the brand that makes them that. You don't care about. It's like the iPhone. You don't even know what the iPhone's made of, because it's an iPhone. It's made by Apple. You're gonna go buy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't. It can not even work. It could be a terrible product, but because it's an Apple product, you're gonna go buy that product just because it's Apple.
Oh yeah.
So I want people to trust my brand because it's me.
Yeah.
Like, it's Shawn Krause, the Realtor. It's his brand. Like, I don't want to fall back on other people's names to make me drive my business.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my big thing, and just getting that like rapport and like that just people talking about you and just saying, he's the one to use. It's all word of mouth. My business is based off referrals. That's what the route I'm trying to get to. I don't want to have to keep crawling and digging for clients. Once you get that referral business, it's a repeat. That's the name of the game.
Yeah. It's super funny too, because like I didn't even think of it until you just mentioned it. But like, I guess, getting referrals through social media can be incredibly easy, because you can just press a button and share a post with someone and be like, hey, this is my buddy. He sells real estate.
Yep.
He's your go-to guy.
Yep.
I
mean, that's how the big agents are doing it.
Yeah.
These agents have been in the game for years. They're not running around. They're not going showing people. It's all referral business. It's all past clients either coming back or past clients referring them out to other people.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. I mean, you can be that agent that goes out and gets all new business and doesn't live off referrals, but you're probably going to be working 10 times harder than that agent where he's just getting referrals based off him being himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
that's good stuff. Is there anything about anything in general that you want to touch on? Anything that you think you'd want someone to know about your story, about real estate in general, branding, anything?
I think it just falls back on just take risks. Like, if you really want to do something, do it. Like, don't be scared. I mean, the most wealthiest people in the world, they failed at something. Most people fail before they get to where they're at.
Oh yeah.
You don't have many people, like I said earlier, hit the home run out of the ballpark on their first opportunity.
Yeah.
Some people get down into the very deep slums and have to literally crawl to get to where they're at this point.
Yeah.
So I just say if you want to do it, do it. If it doesn't work out and you put the time and the effort into it, then maybe it's not meant to be. And invest. I mean, I can't say it enough.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that the world's going, your money may not be safe in a bank or sitting somewhere in an account. I mean, put it into real estate, something that's going to appreciate, something that's going to, again, create generational wealth. Imagine being an investor in your 20s and 30s, possibly early 40s, and by the time you get in your 50s and 60s, you have 4 or 5 properties. You can sell some, you can leave some to your family. I mean, there's so many opportunities, and at the end of the day, it's just going to appreciate.
Yeah.
Your house isn't just going to drop dramatically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a great investment, and if anyone out there wants to sort of sit down, talk, I'm more than willing to explain my stories and where I'm at. I mean, I've got down to the bottom and now I'm back up. So it's just how it is. So, and I just couldn't be more happier. Like I said, that passive income, it's great to have. It's something that I just want to keep doing and hope others just want to keep learning and investing, because there's great opportunities out there.
Yeah.
Every human is going to need somewhere to live. It's never going to go away.
100%.
Real estate is never going to go away.
Yeah.
It's only going to get stronger. Hopefully new construction starts up again and starts picking up, but someone always needs a roof over their head. So someone's always going to need your help.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
awesome.
But
cool.
That's sort of where I'm at now. So
nice.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to get in touch with you, where do they reach out?
Yeah. So you can reach out multiple ways. I'm very heavy on social media.
Yep.
You can reach out at Instagram, Shawn K the Realtor, Facebook, just Shawn K the Realtor.
Yep.
And also LinkedIn. I'm on there as well. And then I'm also on YouTube. So I don't think many people know that, but all these videos I have out there, it's all in one location as a channel. So go check it out. Give me a follow. And if you have any other questions or concerns, or you just want to talk, reach out any way you can. Shoot me an email, shoot me a text, whatever it may be, but I'm always available.
Sweet. Yeah, I'll put all your information in like the description of this video and the show notes.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Thanks, Shawn.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Ryan.